How saving $20 a day turns into $100,000. The boring truth. Look, be honest with me for a second. Have you ever opened your banking app, scrolled through your transactions and thought, wait, where did all my money go? Because you know you didn't buy anything crazy. No luxury watches, no private jets, just coffee here, takeout there, Amazon orders you barely remember. And somehow, at the end of the month, you're broke again. Here's the thing. Most people don't fail financially because of one big mistake. They fail because of small, boring decisions made every single day. And today, I want to show you how something as unimpressive as saving $20 a day can quietly turn into $100,000, and why almost nobody actually sticks with it. My name is Mr. Yu, and I spend way too much time thinking about how small financial habits quietly determine your entire future. If you're someone who earns money but still feels like you're not getting ahead, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because I promise you, this video isn't about hustle culture, crypto hype, or some get-rich-quick nonsense. It's about the boring truth that actually works. The common assumption and why it's wrong. Now, most people hear save $20 a day and immediately think one of two things. Either that won't make a difference, or must be nice but I can't afford that. And honestly, I get it. Because we're constantly told that the only way to get ahead is a higher salary, a side hustle, or some genius investment strategy. But here's what most people don't realize. Your financial life isn't changed by big decisions. It's shaped by boring systems. And this is where it gets really interesting. The raw math, no motivational fluff. Let's start with the part everyone skips, the math. $20 a day times 365 days equals $7,300 a year. That doesn't sound exciting. That doesn't sound life-changing. But stay with me. If you save $20 a day for 5 years to approximately $36,500, 10 years to approximately $73,000, 13 to 14 years to approximately $100,000, and that's with zero investing, just boring saving. Now here's where people mess up. They stop the math right there and say, see, that takes forever. But look, nobody builds wealth by stuffing cash under a mattress. What happens when you invest it? The part people underestimate. Historically, the US stock market has returned about 7 to 10% annually over long periods, adjusted for inflation. Source: Vanguard, S&P Dow Jones Indices. Let's be conservative and use 7%. If you invest that same $20 a day, roughly $600 a month, into a low-cost index fund, in 10 years you're around $100,000. In 15 years you're closer to $200,000. In 20 years you're pushing $300,000 plus. Same $20, same person, different system. And this is the part that drives me slightly crazy. The real reason people don't do this. It's not math, it's psychology. According to behavioral finance research from Harvard and the APA, humans are hardwired to value immediate rewards over future rewards. That $6 coffee feels real now. That $100,000 feels imaginary later. Your brain literally discounts the future. So when people say, I'll start saving when I make more money, what they're really saying is, I don't trust my future self enough to sacrifice today. That's not a discipline problem. That's a human problem. A relatable analogy. Think of saving $20 a day like brushing your teeth. Missing one day doesn't matter. Missing 1 week doesn't matter. But skip it for 10 years? Now you've got a problem. Wealth works the same way. You don't notice progress day to day. You notice it when it's too late to fake. But I can't afford $20 a day. Let's talk about that. Now you might be thinking, Mr. Yu, I can barely pay my bills. Where am I supposed to find $20 a day? Fair question. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American spends $3,500 plus per year on dining out, $2,000 plus per year on subscriptions and entertainment, thousands more on impulse spending. That's not judgment, that's reality. This isn't about cutting joy out of your life. It's about choosing future freedom over forgettable spending. The identity shift that changes everything. Here's what most people don't realize. The real power of saving $20 a day isn't the money, it's the identity shift. You stop being, "I'm bad with money," and start becoming, "I'm someone who pays myself first." Once that identity clicks, you spend differently. You invest earlier. You stop panicking about money. And suddenly $20 turns into $30, then $50, then automatic investing. Why $100,000 is a massive turning point. This is where it gets really interesting. The first $100,000 is the hardest because your money barely works for you. Most growth comes from your effort, but after $100,000, your money starts doing some of the heavy lifting. At 7%, $100,000 earns about $7,000 a year, without you lifting a finger. That's when momentum kicks in. That's when people say, "Wow, it finally feels easier."